Season 1, Episode 7. The Fall of Luke Cage? That's my subtitle.
The fall of a lot of people.
Yeah, fall of a lot of people. This is the middle episode of the season because this is when everything gets flipped. Luke Cage gets hurt for the first time in the series. Cottonmouth dead. Smushed with a microphone stand by his cousin. This whole episode, the Cottonmouth thing in this episode was kind of interesting to me because it seemed like last episode we were like, oh, okay, they caught him, they have a bunch of information on him, and then it's everything's covered up, and then he's out, and then he gets killed. It was a very quick turnaround for that.
It was, yeah.
So I'm wondering, do you think that they're trying to go with trying to spur again Luke Cage further along, saying, you can't rely on the system because it's not working because there's too much corruption? Do you think that's like the angle? I mean, obviously that's what they're saying. Do you think that's what they're like trying to get Luke Cage to understand in the story? I'm trying to understand why they let him be arrested. Episode 6, it seemed like they resolved that. Maybe they were going to move on to something else. And then the very first thing in the next episode is, he's back out again.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a classic trope, right? Whenever there's a fighting organized crime, trying to get the boss thing, they always, seems like, there's always that bit where, we got him, and we got out on a technicality or something. That's just like this thing. And that's kind of, I don't know if it's a concern for me, but so far, I don't feel like this series is breaking any new ground. Like, I think it's a well-made series, and I am enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of exploring a lot of kind of classic crime, tropes and street level stuff, and I just don't feel like they're breaking any new ground yet. Like, I didn't expect Cottonmouth to get killed. I'll give him that. That was cool. But at the same time, like, the pacing and the scenarios, I want them to gin it up a little more, Like, I just want more for some reason.
Well, and I think this is maybe something that I get a lot. Like, I guess I like slower paced shows. Like, it's just flip around to something else that people talk about a lot, Walking Dead, right? People's least favorite season of that is season 2 because it was slow paced and they didn't do anything. And I enjoyed that season. So I think I like the slow pace of stuff. And for me, I like it because if it doesn't feel like it's rushing headlong into something. I'm interested to see now, like, what's going to happen, because it seemed like the big thing was Cottonmouth, and I thought maybe there's going to be a trial, or maybe he's going to get mixed up in legal stuff with it. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Now he might be getting framed for the murder of Cottonmouth, so there might be that aspect of it. I don't know. Do you think that they're going to bring? She mentioned a lawyer that she knows, so do you think they're bringing in Matt Murdock or Foggy?
Maybe.
Like,
could be.
I'm thinking probably Foggy more than Matt Murdock probably who they're going to bring in, which is cool because I like him more. But where do you think this is going for the next 6 episodes or the next couple episodes?
Well, it's kind of funny because they killed Cottonmouth in the same episode where they really kind of went into his origin and how he became the crime lord guy that he is. Kind of like, They spent a lot of time on that.
Yep,
really.
This episode.
And I guess at the same time they were also doing origin for Black Mariah. It just seemed like the Cottonmouth stuff was more up front.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kill him. Whack! And now this was episode 7. So they've only got 6 episodes left, and now you got Black Mariah supposedly, I'm assuming, gonna try to take control of the operation.
It seems like Chase is trying to get her to slide into that position.
Yeah, so now you have less episodes than you had to build that into a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that'll go. I almost think maybe they'll just kill her too at some point quick, A theory I mentioned to you while we were watching it, totally no proof for it, but I thought it'd be really cool if Shades turns out to actually be Diamondback. and it's just like a hiding in plain sight kind of
Like a
thing.
Kaiser Sose type thing.
Yeah. So he's pretending to be his own minion. That'd be kind of cool. So that could happen, you know. Well, Luke Cage ends this episode, you know, with a gunshot, a real gunshot, like one that hurt him from the Judas bullet.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand that either because Shades was trying to talk Cottonmouth out of doing that. And I thought he had talked him out of doing that because Cottonmouth had the whole meeting with Luke Cage where he was going to, you know, basically extort him into doing what he wanted, blackmail him. And now someone shoots him with the Judas bullet.
Well, and is it because that bullet like exploded and burnt and stuff? And it just seemed like that bullet shot him and didn't do anything. There
was a little pop at the end.
Was there?
There was a little pop. They didn't make it as evident.
It didn't blow the guy apart. I guess he's Luke Cage, so he can take it.
Yeah.
However, it's Netflix though, so you see it instantly loads up and prompts the next thing and has a little image for it, and you see Luke Cage is alive.
Yeah.
So I knew Luke Cage wasn't going to die in the middle of his show anyways, but it doesn't even show him in a hospital bed or like being worked on. I'm assuming that she pulls, I mean, he has the nurse right there, she's going to pull the bullet out, and Luke Cage is going to heal, I'm assuming.
Does he have super healing?
I don't know. I mean, his skin never gets broken. She said that he recovered from like that crazy brain trauma thing in Jessica Jones in hours when it should have been a long period of time. So it seems like he heals quickly. I don't know how his magic skin heals and everything, but I'm assuming that...
Yeah, because how do you stitch together skin you can't, like, pierce?
Super glue? Yeah, I don't know. But, okay... How has this changed your opinion? Has this episode changed your opinion of the show so far?
No.
You don't think it's like going in a direction you didn't expect, or?
Well, I guess a little Cottonmouth dying. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed signals in this one, which kind of has me guessing now because you go from Cottonmouth blackmailing him to and seemingly not going to do the Judas bullet thing to him getting shot with the Judas bullet. Cottonmouth being killed, Black Mariah taking over.
Luke Cage giving up and then stepping up again.
Yeah. You also have kind of this police case starting to build a little bit for, connecting Luke Cage to bad things and finding out what his real background is and stuff. So it just seems like there's a lot of balls in the air right now. So... how is he going to tie this all together with his fists is a question I have. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I am enjoying it. When you're talking about a guy named Power Man, even the action is still, I feel like, paced really kind of in this muted, slow way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I just always read that as he can't open it. Like, there has been nobody to physically challenge him yet, so there's no... I mean, if he isn't trying to kill people, so he can't Power Man people because they'd be dead, like really dead. So I think I imagine that's the feel I'm getting is just like someone who's just like, okay, I'm trying not to, okay, stop being silly, little men, and that's how I'm reading it all. So I'm assuming that at some point he's going to go up against something that is going to give him a physical challenge that he's going to be able to open up on.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
So I don't want to harp on this a long time, so let's wrap up this episode, get back in there, watch the next episode, and get back in here and film another one of these things.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.